Radio. This should work now. Yes, it's working! Alright, hey guys, my name is Evie, welcome back to another Netflix live stream. How you all doing? How you guys doing? It has been a while, it has been about a month since I streamed the previous one. And now I streamed like 20th of March, part 1, but this is part 2 of April 4th, 2022, of course. So, as you can see, the stream is just getting started really well, but we're just going to wait for a little bit for people to get in. How you guys doing? You're pretty good? Had a good month later? That's good, that's good. Alright, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be acting, I had a few scenes. But while I'm off camera with the webcam off, I will be filming a few scenes with the audio off. So that's the answer. So as you can see, what I'm going to be doing is this. Alright, ready? 3, 2, 1, action! Perfect. Perfect fit, eh? Nice. That's really amazing. I can't believe the stream is working again. Nice. 3, 2, 1, action! I'm gonna be streaming again. I am streaming again, obviously. I'm just for this second stream for Netflix copy, of course. Yeah, I can see it's working. Crowd sound effect, but except I'll be adding this ready. Probably these three. Is this one? Watch this, guys. Ready? What if I had two of them? Hang on. Okay. Watch this, guys. Ready? Right over here, right over here. Perfect. I'm gonna add the slow-mo effect. I'm in this. I'm gonna she's guys ready. And you can see that, guys. You can see where the... What if I try to add this part? add like this. I'll show you right over here. Crowd sound effect, but I'll show you. Is this perfect part. That's perfect sound effect, yeah. Six minutes and 8 seconds, not bad, not bad. So if I start up here, which is good. So even though I'm not finished with this yet, but I might add two more scenes or 3 more scenes for this one, and then see what happens afterwards. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, hang on. Perfect. So that's the stream I'm having on right now. But as you can see, guys, this is the new scene I had last night. So these are the old. So I'll show you. So this scene is like showing the house and stuff like that. And let me show what I mean. Yeah, so like I'm pretending that the FBI comes, and then they try to break in with this door. You can see that. Well, there you have it, obviously. Why is it lagging? Hang on.
Where is he? I found him.
So laggy. Has it been like that?
Damn. Man, he's good.
That's the only scene I can look for, you guys. Obviously, this is the perfect time to stream again, obviously. But except, not quite the same thing, you know, because I don't stream that often, but sometimes I do that weekly. All the time, I show my streams and I show my film editing and my photoshopping as well, for my movie posters and stuff like that. I'll show. If I want to add like a background or something, I'll show. There we go. God damn it, how long does it load it like that anyway? Alright, so I'm gonna add basically like some green screen trees effects. I'll show. Green screen. Green screen, of course. So I choose any tree, which is not quite this one. That's not the one I want. Oh, come on, load up, load up. What's with the internet? Has it always been like that? Mate, I don't get this internet connection. Hey, what is with this connection? I'm serious. What the hell? What is with this fucking connection? I'll take it, whatever. Fucking hell. Alright. CGI. Oh my god, come on. How long has it been like that anyway, huh? Yeah. Perfect. What I'm gonna do is add 3 trees. I guess I can say 2 or something, I don't even know. But okay. Perfect. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Oh, screw it, whatever. Alright, so let's go on CG. Oh damn it, how long? Why is it always like that? Alright, let's go nuts. Right. Oh yeah, I need sorry, this one. Magic cup. Perfect. Yeah, perfect. Alright, well, let's go nuts then, shall we? I want to see how this goes, you know. X-Wise. Well, sorry, I'll have to delete all of this. So sorry. I only downloaded this myself. But you can take it. Can you move? Alright. Just sign my bit, of course. Perfect. That's not bad at all, actually. I actually love it. And it cuts in right here. Let me show you. So we add like, drag this out. There you go. You should have this effect too. Oh, what, we're forgetting something. Not bad. Probably no. Oh, damn it, no, that's right, that's right. Hang on. You fucking. You fucking. I'll be right back, guys. I might have to take a break. I'll be back, guys. Hang on. Just wait. Nice. I don't get it. Oh, I don't know if she does that. Oh, we're 22 minutes in. 23 minutes in. Nice. Well, something like that, I don't even know. I'll get into it, trust me. Perfect. Let's go back to the start. Alright guys, I'll be back and I might have to like do some more filming and then I'll be back in about 10 minutes or something. I'll be right back guys, don't worry, trust me. Don't worry guys, trust me, I'll be right back. What? Oh no! I'm gonna find her anyway. You sure about this place, man? I mean, we'll have to stay and wait for a while until they come. Yes, So you're gonna stand here. You're gonna sit there and wait until you're ready for the bad guys to come, or like the bad government to come. I'll give a hand. Trust me. I'm fine. That's good. Alright, let's work all the stuff in the shed. Come on, just come on. Alright. Jay, you might have to stay here. So you know, so you can wait for the so you keep an eye on the so you keep an eye on the government to come. Like, that's the way it comes. Stay here. Up, there we go. Hey guys. How you guys doing? So I had a few scenes, 2 of them.
I found it!
So it's like the
Damn.
breakout scene. Like it's sort of like my evil other self who's acting as the FBI or something like that, you know, who works in the government. And it's me running away still. Yeah, let's have it. So have it, guys. That's the end. Oh, it's not the end. After this, we're gonna have one more scene, you know. I have no idea. I'm gonna pause right here, real fast, and add a word like probably like 2 months later. 2 months later. What the hell is it? Oh, there it is. $50 minutes, I think. Okay, 50 minutes to do fine, trust me. Um, 2 months. Perfect. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on. Alright, there you go. Instead of saying Bloom Boy, I would have saying Bloom Bitch, but Bloom Bitch. Tinkercad. Oh, my webcam's on. Hang on, guys. We're back. Hey guys, there we go. How you guys doing? I'm pretty tired, but my throat's declining really well. So what I'm gonna do is go on to Tinkercad and just 3D design a few things, such as this, you know. Look at this. I made the Live Aid stage. Doesn't look like epic. That looks really cool. I did the African logo, of course. Oh, wrong image. Here you have it. Finally got the Live Aid stage recreated. And also got the control tent as well. Very epic, very cool as well, to be honest. I know it's really cool. I love looking at this angle. This angle, like, that's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Perfect. Very good 3D designing, animated. Just Live Aid, of course. Don't know what to add, but I've got a script that I got on Google Docs. Best CT, of course. I have the title as well, also. Oh, what? Why today? So, I need to print out the script later on this year. What's the next one I'm gonna write? Alright. Well, let's get started then. Perfect. Alright, so what I'm going to do is basically just, I see what I'm going to do, obviously. Why today? I'm still working. Alright. Alright, still working on J, of course. Alright, so Jay was saying probably like this. I don't know what it's gonna be, but let's see what happened. She needs Still going to write the script, obviously. Let's find out then, shall we? Okay. Um. In bedroom. Alright, the script of course. Writing the script of course, but except the worst part is I'm going to continue the script. JM. Right, let's start intro. Okay, what to do next? Obviously not. Let's just go nuts then, shall we? Okay, let's go nuts. See what happened. Well, let's see what happens. That's all, obviously. Don't know what to do next. J, what else? Oh, I know what else. I know what else. Xavier, that's all I got, guys. Alright, so, let's save this. Of course, meanwhile, it just took me it took me a week to finish the script. Alright, so, what the hell? I'll get everything done. What is it again? Oh, I wrote. Here it is. I wrote a screenplay in 48 hours. I always watch it all the time to write a screenplay.
If you're a student, you need to download Grammarly. Best part is that it's free. They're an all-in-one writing tool.
I wrote a screenplay in 48 hours. I started with absolutely no idea what I was going to do and went all the way to a full draft. And in this video, I'm going to show you everything. I'm going to show you my initial ideas, my outlines, the problems I faced, and even the full script. You'll get to see it all. Let's begin. I knew I couldn't just sit down, open up Final Draft, and start typing. That would end in disaster. I needed a plan. I split my process into 3 phases: finding an idea, outlining, and writing. I felt that finding an idea and outlining would likely be the more important parts, but actually writing the script would take the most time. My plan was to spend the first few hours finding an idea, then moving to the outline. I likely needed a detailed outline. The more detailed the outline, the easier it would be to keep moving through the pages of the script. Once I finished the outline, I would spend the rest of my time writing the script. I needed to choose a concept that would work with my time constraint. I couldn't write anything that required a ton of research. This meant no historical fiction, nothing based on a true story, and preferably in a setting I could create from scratch. I figured something simple and focused was the way to go. My first idea was to write some sort of contained thriller. I've written thrillers in the past, so I had a pretty good idea of what to expect. Writing a contained thriller would mean that the script could revolve around a few central characters in one general location. I wouldn't have to constantly be thinking about new settings. This would be helpful. Constantly stopping to add new characters and settings would likely make finishing the script impossible given the time constraint. Next, I listed out a few different ideas for the setting. Whatever came to mind, I wrote down. After a couple minutes of letting my mind run, here's what I had. From this little list, I was interested mainly in writing something on an island or maybe in space. I decided to go with space and continued to brainstorm. My first thought was an ensemble of characters who fight a monster loose on a spaceship, but I immediately thought of Alien and wanted to do something different. I also decided I wanted to stay away from a monster-based thriller. While these can be great stories, it just wasn't as interesting to me. A human versus human story sounded more compelling. Also, instead of a spaceship, I decided the story should take place on the moon at some sort of moon base. Here's a picture of my initial brainstorm.
Charlotte.
Please ignore my doodling,
it
helps me think. As you can see, I went from thriller all the way down to a sci-fi thriller that takes place on the moon. At this point, I added in a science versus military element. I thought maybe some sort of struggle could occur between the scientists and the military personnel who were packed together on this moon base. I also jotted down some notes at the bottom about how the characters might change over the course of the story. At this point, I had my idea. My story was going to be a sci-fi thriller that took place on a futuristic moon base. I started thinking about why this base would exist. What would the scientists be researching? How would it be valuable? Maybe something was found under the moon's surface, I thought, like some sort of lunar bacteria, and maybe it had major healing properties and medical applications back on Earth. Then I started thinking about where the conflict could start. Maybe different nations all work together at this base. Maybe one of the nations tries to take the harvested bacteria for themselves or for their country.
So what I'm gonna do is
This gave me some loose ideas for the initial setup and structure of the story. At this point, I felt like it was time to head to the whiteboard and brainstorm some of the structural beats of the story. If you've been following this channel, you may have heard me talking about Dan Harmon's story circle. I found that it's been very helpful in building the initial building blocks and momentum of my stories. Harmon's story circle is a fantastic tool to help break down the initial idea of your story and give it some hooks to hang ideas on in a way that fits in a dramatic narrative. Using this, I could create a rough idea of where the story would go and what kind of turning points would make it dramatically compelling. If you want to know more about Dan Harmon's story circle, I'll link to it in the description. My main character would be one of the scientists working at the base. He or she would be working hard to make a major discovery. At this point, I wasn't sure what the discovery would be. They would then enter an unfamiliar situation when more military personnel were inexplicably brought to the base. I used numbers 5 and 6 on the story circle to give the story a strong midpoint. The main character would find what they were looking for, but this would result in a major catastrophe. So a major discovery would be made at the midpoint, followed by the antagonist taking control of the moon base.
Nice, we finished the
second half
first
of the
scene
story,
one.
where the main character would have to
Perfect.
find a way to regain control.
So what I'm making here is super general. I'm using terms like bad guys and good guys. I don't want the characters to be that simple, but for this, it helps me to get an idea, just to like throw something down. Because for this, a lot of this is about throwing something down, getting a decent idea, and then perfecting that idea as I go.
Once I had this general idea, I used the story circle to give some structure to each section of the story. Act 1, Act 2 Part 1, Act 2 Part 2, and Act 3. I focused on what the main character would want in each section, and what they are trying to get. I also focused on what it costs to get what they want. What reaction does the environment or the antagonist have to the main character as they go after what they want? Here's what I wrote down. In Act 1, the scientist is focusing on making a major discovery. The unfamiliar situation comes when a major breakthrough is made. As they get close to a major discovery, unexpected military personnel come to the base. Act 2 Part 1 mainly dealt with the making of the major discovery. In Act 2 Part 2, the main character's want changes. Rather than trying to make a major discovery, they are trying to regain control of the base. I wanted the first half of Act 2 to propel us to the midpoint and create a major obstacle for the second half of the story. Act 3 was simply about the main character regaining control of the base and defeating the story's antagonist. All of this was very vague, but it helped me get some ideas on how I might build out the structure of this story. For this project, I preferred to nail down some ideas on how the story would evolve and change first. Doing this would prevent me from writing a story that was way too long or way too short. I didn't have the luxury of adding or subtracting massive portions of the story if I was going to finish the draft in 2 days.
Okay, so at this point, I feel like I need to work on my characters because I haven't worked on them at all. So, using this story circle, it gives me a very, very rough outline of what my story is going to look like. Now I need to think more about my characters. I need to think more about, the details of this.
Alright, let's read it out.
Remember that I decided that multiple nations would be sharing this base and working together for a common goal, which was to make this major medical discovery that would help people back on Earth. My characters became an ensemble of different scientists and soldiers from different nations. I gave characters different motivations and beliefs that could conflict and change over the course of the story.
What are you guys doing here?
One thing that was especially helpful is that for each of the characters, I gave them a story arc. Through the events of the story, I could create change in the beliefs of the characters,
she's in her bedroom,
which would create a much more compelling story. This would give meaning to the major turning points of the story. They wouldn't just create more obstacles for my characters. They would force the characters to confront their own beliefs and ideas about the world. If you would like to stop and read about some of the characters I created, you can pause the video now.
So now I have some characters, some general ideas on what they're going to be. Now I'm going to do some backstory and some world building. And then I'm going to start writing this story.
After writing out a general story structure, building out my characters, and doing a bit of world building, it was finally time to write the outline.
Oh, I know.
I needed to have an outline that worked. Too much pausing to fix story problems, and this thing would never get done. If I could get an outline that worked, in theory, it wouldn't take me too long to get through the first draft. I combined my characters with the general story structure I had made earlier, and was able to create an outline that summarized the major events that would occur in each section of the story. Just like on the whiteboard, I split the story into the 4 major sections and focused on writing out the major scenes and turning points that would take place. While I didn't have a scene-by-scene outline, what I had focused on the major turning points that would need to happen, as well as establishing and evolving the different relationships between the characters. Once I finished the outline, I was finally ready to write the first draft. Now at this point, rather than sitting down and beginning to write the first draft, I went on a walk. I'd like to tell you that I did this to feel inspired or to generate new ideas, but the reality is I was worried that this was going to be bad. I was worried I was about to put out an absolute piece of garbage to thousands of people who had subscribed to my YouTube channel. I was worried that I wouldn't even be able to finish. So I procrastinated. But luckily, I had a deadline. Love 'em or hate 'em, deadlines force us to get things done. So after about a half hour or so of procrastination, I began the first draft. Getting pages out can be tough, but the key is focus. I didn't have my phone on my desk. I wasn't letting anyone walk in and out of the room. I didn't check emails, I didn't open Twitter, and I left Facebook alone. Occasionally, my camera stopped recording, but I wouldn't get up to restart them. It wasn't about forcing myself to focus as much as it was not making distractions easily accessible. When you can find that groove and actually get yourself to focus, and you don't allow yourself to be distracted, you'd be surprised at how much you can write.
Let's go for
After writing for a while, I took a break, got a coffee,
Thank you.
came back, and went right back to writing. I continued pushing through pages. I took another break, grabbed some dinner,
Yes, thank you.
and came right back. These occasional intentional breaks allowed my mind to breathe for a minute. My subconscious was given the chance to get ahead of me in the story. While I was grabbing coffee or eating dinner, my mind was given the time to get a few pages in front of me.
What can his line say? You guys might have to think about in the comments, guys. What can my cousin's line can be in the script?
It was 1 a.m. and I was exhausted. I had gone from having no idea to 35 pages written of a first draft. I was pretty happy with what I'd done, and I headed to bed. Day 2. I got up and started writing again. I was feeling good and ready to finish out this first draft.
All right, day 2, it's 9:02 a.m. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I woke up feeling kind of sick today, but that's okay. I'm feeling energized, and I'm gonna pound this out, get it done, it'll be great.
But only a couple hours into writing, I got stuck. I kept hitting roadblocks. I had the story beats I wanted to write, but the story wasn't flowing. It was nearing noon, and I felt like I was running out of time. I decided to create a scene-by-scene outline. This would allow me to flow between scenes more easily while writing and hopefully create less stopping and starting. But this didn't seem to help. I kept getting stuck. Every time I sat down to write, I saw everything that I hated in the story. I was barely getting pages out. I was completely self-conscious and unable to write anything without judging it. I honestly thought it was over. I wasn't going to be able to do it. I was only 40 pages in, and I absolutely hated it. I questioned the entire story, and even this entire challenge of writing the script in 48 hours. I kept rewriting the first act, which I knew I shouldn't be doing, but I kept doing it anyway. I kept wanting this first draft to be perfect. I was about to share it to thousands of people on YouTube. I felt like I had to give you this perfect Oscar-winning screenplay. Then I remembered what the purpose of this was. It wasn't to write the perfect screenplay. It wasn't about getting you all to think I'm some great writer. The purpose of this challenge was to show you that it's possible to get your first draft out onto the page if you allow yourself the time to focus and get it done. I wanted to show you that you didn't need years, months, or even weeks to get that first draft out onto the page. And so I kept writing, knowing I was going to be showing you something that wasn't my best work, knowing there were things I wasn't going to be proud of, but I continued, because I want you to keep pushing too. I deleted some pages that weren't working and kept pushing forward. This time I was going to push to the end. No more rewriting to get perfect pages. I was able to start really getting pages out when I stopped worrying about every single piece being good. I just focused on telling the story. It's not good to be super self-conscious while you're writing that first draft. Focus on telling the story. Focus on writing a scene that feels like something you'd want to see. Focus on who your characters are. The goal is to be so immersed in the actual writing that you don't have the time to constantly judge every single line you write.
If you're a student, you need to download Grammarly. That's hot is that it's free. They're an all-in-one writing tool.
It was late. I was 73 pages in with a few hours left before I hit the 48-hour deadline. I decided to grab a few hours of sleep before I got up at 6 a.m. to finish out the script.
Let's get started.
I had done it. A full first draft in 48 hours. There were a few points along the way where I wasn't sure if I would get it done, but I forced myself to stick with it and finish. This is still a first draft. It's far from perfect, and it definitely needs rewriting, but it's a first draft I wrote in 48 hours while battling a cold, so I'll take it. Now if I wanted to, I could actually rewrite. Not a scene here or there, not a single act, a full screenplay.
You can write that first draft in as little as a few days. When you get that story out, it gives you something to rewrite. It gives you something to fix. As long as the story stays in your head or in your outline, it's not real. When you get it out onto the page, you can actually see all of its holes and problems. And then you can face them head on and find ways to solve them. Speak first draft, then rewrite
We
slowly.
finally finished the
It can be
script.
difficult and you will
The
get
best
in your own head
GT.
about your writing,
The best
but you just have to
GT.
push through and get that
Oh no,
first draft
CT,
out
I
onto
meant
the
CT,
page.
yeah.
You can't edit something that isn't written. You need to know where the holes in your story are.
I finally
And
finished the
best way to
script,
find
guys.
them is to
And
finish your
we're streaming
draft.
for 1 hour and 16
If you're interested
minutes. Oh
in
my
improving
god.
your focus
That's
and
ridiculous.
want more tools to
Wow.
help you get your first draft out onto the page,
You see that? That's ridiculous. I finished the script in about 4 days. I wrote the script in 4 days. Oh my god, you're kidding me. Wow. That's not ridiculous, guys. Okay, before I have a break, guys, before I start streaming in that 2 minutes, I'm actually going to be saying that I haven't started streaming again since a month now. I started streaming this one in about like a month, which is on the 20th of March last time, and this is the 4th of March. This is the 4th of April this year, and it's been 1 month since I've started streaming. And I know it has been a month since I've been started streaming again, and this is the final stream. And as you can see there, I've been streaming for quite a while now. Because why? Because I finished the whole entire script of my first short film with the script in the first time. So I'm gonna have to print out 4 of these, which is that one 4 times and this one 4 times, which was scene 2. And this is the scene 1 that has like this, the title on the top, the best CT. It's called also the best CT. And it's a great title name for myself. Well, I hope you enjoy, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next stream. Okay. Bye. Yeah, goodbye. Goodbye. Alright, goodbye. Bye. Yeah, goodbye. 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 This is the 4th of April this year, and it's been 1 month since I started streaming. And I know it has been a month since I've been started streaming again, and this is the final stream. And as you can see there, I've been streaming for quite a while now. Because why? Because I finished the whole entire script of my first short film with the script in the first time.